should be able to cook here. Done. This is sure to give the...
Make sure to get some good rest. Well, off we go. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you fall in the ocean.
I know Malabar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. And I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up. Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niaz was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim.
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell.
I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodius Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadheim. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But...
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well... I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Xion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think How would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though.
It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alvin.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Xion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Out of my way!
Bring him down! Dragon Force!
That may prove a thorn in our side.
Grounded!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
By the power of water! Going in!
I'll face Dragon Swarm!
Look here!
We did it!
This one's held on!
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
I owe you one.
How about
Dragon
this?
Swarm! On your knees.
Mega Red!
Air pressure!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
I won't forgive you!
Dragon Swarm!
Going
Dragon Swarm! Try to take down the support!
Hurricane Strike!
Destruction!
Only get steering wheel!
Dragon Swarm!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open! Be my guest! Destruction!
Look sharp!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Freeze Lancer!
Dragon
This
Swarm!
one's mine!
We're not finished!
Tiger Blade! Hurricane Strike!
We can really make weapons with this?
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Grind you into dust! Explosive ring! Dragon Swarm!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Explosive ring! Dragon Swarm! Try
One
this!
more! How about
Explosive
this?
ring!
Hurricane Strike!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me!
By the power of water!
Explosive ring!
Could have been worse.
What's this thing?
Forgive you!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp!
Bloody howling! Try this! Explosive ring!
I can read your moves like a
Try this! Tiger Blade! We're not finished! Dragon Form!
Glacial Spear! Here's Eva! Dragon Form! This one's mine! Here, let me help!
Dragon Form! I owe you one! Dragon Form!
Glacial Spear! Hurricane Strike! Make it rain!
Blending Blast!
Negative get.
Seems about right to me. That's far enough!
You got spirit! Explosive Ring! Dragon Form!
Is it too late to talk over our differences?
Explosive Ring!
I owe you one.
Look sharp!
Explosive Ring! Damn it, Medic! Dragon Swarm! Explosive Ring! Dragon Form!
Flaming Meteor! By the Go in!
Crush!
Crescent Moon! Sight! You're mine!
Destruction! Crush! Catapult!
Any injuries? Get lost!
Dragon Form! Now you'll learn! Explosive Ring!
Going in!
Dragon Form!
They really don't give up, do they?
Try this!
Rotating pile driver.
Blending
I'll show you
Blast!
why!
Destruction! Try this!
Healing Circle!
Blending Blast!
Searing Flame!
Try this!
Annihilation!
Blending Blast!
Hurricane Strike!
Elusive Skiing.
Explosive Ring!
Gemini
Dragon Form!
Hurricane Strike!
Don't suffer in silence.
Everyone hanging in there?
Finally. What is it?
I found an ingredient for that new recipe.
Right, here goes! The Rebel! Stop them! Try this! Explosive Ring! Try this!
One for their range attack!
Got you now!
Going in!
Dragon Form! Try this!
Ground and pound!
Dragon Form! Try this!
This one's mine!
Explosive Ring!
How about this? Lunar Corruption! Gemini
Elusive!
Deity! Igneous Discharge!
Try this!
Hurricane Strike!
Blending Blast!
I'm only getting started!
Take this.
By the
Blending
power!
Blast!
Where are you going? Denied!
Ignite!
Heal.
Thanks!
Confiscated! Flame of Fire! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Dragon Form! Try this!
On guard!
Dance on the wind.
Explosive Ring! Dodge! Destruction!
Flame of Fury!
I'll beat you with flesh!
Demon blast.
Pierce Evil!
Blending Blast!
Igneous Blood!
Dragon Form!
Hurricane Strike! Searing Flame! Reload! Here, let me have
Form!
this one's mine!
Try this!
Blind you with that stuff. Elusive
Dragon
Skiing.
Form!
There! Hurricane Strike! This one's mine! By the
Dragon
power of
Form!
water! Going in.
A scream.
Hurricane Slice. Here goes.
Come quietly. Bloody shattering. Defense. Attack time.
Tiger Blade. Ready to go. On guard. Take this.
These bad guys really don't mess around.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe we're your friends. This is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Tell me, have you ever considered your
Destruction!
Can you take it?
I owe you one. I'm ready! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready! Explosive ring! I'll find you with the Dragon Swarm! Mission!
Do it!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. Finally, some open space again. Done. This is...
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
An opponent like this should be easy. Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Slice!
I'm going in! Bring him down! Explosive ring! Mission! Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
Elusive deity! Explosive ring! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Swarm!
And again!
This one's mine!
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with my mace.
Coming through. For my lord!
Hurricane Lunar Corruption! This one's mine! Gemini Ultra! Hurricane I'm the true gunslinger around here. Hurricane
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest. Explosive ring! I owe you one. Fire in the hole!
Hurricane
Resonate with the earth! Explosive ring!
Don't get complacent. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Try this! Explosive ring! Dragon swarm!
These ones can run rings around us.
Dragon swarm! Explosive ring! Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up. Explosive ring! Air pressure! Dragon swarm!
Round and pound!
Explosive ring!
This one's mine!
Elusive deity! Dragon swarm!
Demon Rack! Going in!
Dragon swarm! Explosive ring! Heal! Allow me to help you.
Searing flame! Reload!
Dragon swarm! Explosive ring!
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Get lost!
Dragon swarm! The rebel! Take this!
On guard!
Dragon
You
swarm!
think that shield will save you?
For my lord! We're not finished! Got fires!
I've got this! Let 'em march this down!
Split it open! All yours!
We'll soon see about that!
Negative Hold nothing back! Dragon swarm! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc!
Down! You're off!
Dragon swarm! Dragon swarm!
Where are you going? Far enough!
Burn in hell!
Look sharp!
Dragon swarm!
Round and pound!
Breaking you apart!
Now you see what I can do! Crescent
Bloody howling! Resonate with
Tiger
the
Blade!
earth!
Glacial Spear! Hurricane Fusion! Hurricane Fury! Going in! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! This one's mine!
Dragon swarm!
Eagle Ray! Time to shine! By the power of water!
Prepare to be healed! Rending cow!
Healing
Dragon cow! Try this!
Rely on me. Going in!
Explosive ring! On your Dragon swarm!
This one's mine!
Explosive ring! Dragon swarm!
excited! It's
Do it like that!
Into the shadows!
Dragon swarm!
Hurricane Strike! Look sharp!
The tempest engulfs you!
This is in the sky! Nothing gets by me!
Lunar corruption!
Here goes!
Lunar blast!
On your knees! Destruction!
Look sharp!
Destruction!
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
We're still standing. Barely.
Forgive you!
Dragon form! Explosive ring!
Hurricane fire!
Dragon form!
It's a duel of the arts! Here's a hero!
Explosive ring!
I'm ready! Rotating pile flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Going in!
Dragon swarm!
Resonate with the earth!
Try this! I owe you one.
Round and pound!
Blood!
There! Tie into the shadows!
Bloody
Hurricane Do it! This one's mine! Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Right, here goes! Now you'll learn! Try this! Explosive ring!
So much for talking it out.
Going in! Here's evil!
Explosive ring!
Meteor! Freeze Lancer!
Dragon swarm!
I'll heal you all! Crescent moon! Tiger!
Benediction light.
Severing
This
wing!
one's mine. I owe you one.
Wind!
Freeze Lancer! Hurricane
Dragon
strike!
swarm!
Here's a
On
hero!
guard.
Mighty Lightning!
Their arts were interrupted.
Destruction!
Hurricane Corruption!
Rending fire! Crush!
Here's a hero!
Can't get out of this!
First aid!
Burn in hell!
Where are you going?
Far enough.
Lunar
No dawn
Corruption!
shall break
My
this
watch!
night! Armor won't save you!
Lunar Blast!
Give me a discharge.
Hurricane Strike!
Dragon swarm! Try this! Explosive ring!
Lunar Corruption!
Wind!
Hurricane Strike!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Destruction! Crush! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield is for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! It's on! Burn it
This
hell!
one's mine.
I've used too much.
Dragon swarm!
Aw, too shy to come over. Here, let me help.
Elusive deity.
Look sharp.
Here, Thunder Touch! Arch Shield! Hurricane Strike!
Thanks.
Constantine!
I'll smash you!
I'm
Going in.
Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Dragon swarm!
Hurricane Strike!
On guard.
This one's mine!
Here, let me help.
Astral Arts?
That's my shield!
No further!
Shut him down!
Tiger Blade. Denied. On guard.
Destruction!
Beckon into everlasting darkness.
I was overconfident.
Stay away from my friends! I'm ready! Double me! In an instant! Impact clock!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
This looks nice and tough.
That equipment should come in. Handy.
opponent like this should be easy.
Feisty one, eh?
Explosive ring! Dragon form! Destruction!
Rotating fire!
Here goes!
We're not finished!
Primed and ready! Going in!
Elusive deity!
No! Can't end here!
I couldn't make it in time.
There! Go! I'm only getting started!
Let's end this and get a bite to eat instead.
Right! Here goes!
Engaging!
Hurricane! Let's cut our losses!
Release!
Finally, some open space again. Looks perfect.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I won't forgive you!
Dragon form!
Bring him down!
This one's mine!
Dragon form!
Fire support! Tiger blade! Hurricane strike!
Explosive ring!
This one's support! Do it! Time to shine!
Dragon form!
Who wants to die next?
I'm ready!
Going in! Annihilation!
You managed to pull through.
Out of my way!
Feisty one, eh?
Dragon form! Try this! Explosive ring!
We're not finished!
It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Hurricane strike!
Can you take it?
Here, this one!
Don't get careless.
friends, Noodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
Do my best! Hey,
Dragon Force!
On guard! Burning strike! Going in! Green Lancer! This one's mine!
Abort! Mission!
Lightning! That's my cue! Glacial Spear!
Shut him down!
Going in!
Strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
On guard!
Dragon Force!
Make it rain! Time to shine!
Seems about right to me.
What's this thing?
Out of our way!
Now you'll learn!
This one's mine!
Form! I won't show you any mercy! You got
Make it rain! Dragon Form! This one's mine! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Dragon Form!
Easy and smelly to me.
Yeah! Make it rain!
Bloody howling!
On guard!
Dragon Form!
Hurricane Strike!
Look sharp! Try this!
Hurricane Strike!
Ring!
Going in! Do it! Plenty left! Hurricane Strike!
Dragon Form!
On guard!
Flame of Fury! Burning strike!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Can you take it?
Freeze Lancer! Do it!
Let's refrain from losing.
What's this thing?
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Get lost!
Dragon Form! I see one, Dragon Form! We're not kidding!
Here, let me help!
Explosive ring!
Time to shine!
I owe you one. Dragon Form! Try this, I'll face you! Dragon Form!
Hurricane
Try this!
On guard!
Explosive ring!
Hurricane Strike! This one's mine! Here, let me help!
Too fast!
Stand back.
Hurricane Strike!
I'll trip it up.
Look shot!
Explosive ring!
Make it rain!
Dragon Swarm!
Negative gate!
Seems about right to me.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Right, here goes! The Rebel! Stop them! Dragon Swarm!
By the power of
Dragon Swarm!
Negative gate! Laser spear! Here's evil! Hurricane freeze laser!
We're not finished!
Look shot! I'll heal you all! Hurricane strike! Healing blow!
Toyota! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane strike!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Radiant light! Here!
Captivity!
Lightning!
Wider! Tempest!
Dragon Swarm!
Make it rain!
Rotating
This one's
wildfire!
mine!
Take this!
Denied!
Dragon
This one's
Swarm!
mine! This one's mine!
Eat dirt! Dragon
Not power of water! Time to shine!
Smash you!
Hurricane strike! Annihilation! On guard!
Elusive deity!
Hurricane
Take it! Tornado
Lightning Blast!
Benediction light.
Time to shine!
Stop!
This one's mine!
I'll teach you
Hurricane strike! Here!
Rending
On
Blast!
guard!
Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity!
Going in!
Explosive Ring!
Hurricane strike! This one's mine! Back in Hurricane strike!
Elusive
Lunar
deity!
blast! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
It was a close thing. We seem to have come across some...
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me help you. First aid!
Try this!
Like if they just sit still!
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Rending Blast! Destruction!
Make it rain! Hurricane Laser spear! Look sharp! Freeze laser! Going in!
Everlasting darkness! Negative gate!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine! Hurricane strike! Do it! Going in!
In an instant! Impact Clock!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
No choice! Engaging! Dragon Swarm! You're mine! Try this! Explosive Ring!
Lunar
Dragon Swarm!
Negative gate!
Fire Sword!
Resonate with the earth!
Explosive Ring! Dragon Swarm! Fire in the hole!
Searing flame!
Support! Mission!
Hurricane strike! Look sharp! Radiant here!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane strike!
Looks like we won.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Bring him down!
Its armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open! Be my guest!
Another incantation ruined.
Dragon Force! How about this? Listen!
You'll soon see about that. I've used a bit too much healing.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Combat!
Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Force! Go for it! Listen!
Look sharp!
Everlasting darkness.
Negative gate! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Going in!
Discharge!
Hurricane! Burning Strike!
Don't get complacent. Finally, some open space again. Done. This is sure to give the others some...
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Dragon Swarm! Negative gate! Dragon Swarm! Try this! Explosive ring! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Try this! Explosive ring!
Mega Ray! Hurricane Strike!
Dragon Swarm!
Blood.
Rending you apart! Bloody howling! Resonate with the earth!
Aw, don't try to come over! Here, let me help!
It's over!
On guard!
Captivity!
Tiger blade!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Coming through! Find me one, eh? It's too much! Destruction!
I owe you one.
Dragon Swarm! Try this! I owe you one. Dragon Swarm! It's almost taken. Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Benediction Light. Dragon Swarm!
Piercing roar! Make it rain!
We did it!
In a bind? Mega ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Make it rain! This one's enough!
Nicely done.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Now you'll learn! Dragon Swarm!
Piercing roar!
Take it back! Try this!
Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
Got you now!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial
Make it
Spear!
rain!
Here's evil!
Explosive Wind! Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Benediction Light. Heal! Thanks!
Healing circle!
Down! You're off!
Dragon Coil!
Look sharp!
Tiger blade!
Here I go! Hurricane strike! This one's mine!
Everlasting Dawn!
Negative gate!
Dragon Swarm!
It's over! Lightning!
Hurricane strike! This one's mine! Look sharp!
Lunar corruption!
Destruction!
Tiger blade! Hurricane
Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity!
Try this! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane strike! Hurricane strike!
Hark back, will ya?
Can you take it?
Going in! Hurricane strike! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Lunar corruption! Lunar blast!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! Dragon Swarm! Ignite!
Going in!
Dragon
This
Swarm!
one's mine!
Denied!
Can't get out of this!
Confiscated!
I can carve through army!
Flaming meteor!
Healing circle!
Destruction! Try this!
Maximum burst!
Blended Blast! This one!
Going in!
Rousing
Destruction!
curl! Glacial spear! Piercing
Blended
dome!
Blast!
Going in!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Glacial
It's
spear!
too much!
Well, I'm here to stop it!
Can't move!
No!
Back into the fray!
Bloody howling! Resonate
I'll
with the
bring you
earth!
back to the abyss! Their arts were interrupted!
You're mine!
I owe you one for that!
Annihilate!
Dragon Swarm!
No arts are being interrupted.
Let me help!
I'm blinding with
How
that
about this?
Dragon Swarm!
Flaming
What in the
meteor!
world?
Dohalim!
I'm alright. I'm still
This
standing.
one's mine!
This is some punishment.
Time to shine!
An astral art?
That's my cue! Healing circle!
Shut him down.
Thanks, Xion. Hurricane Foot! Appreciate the help. I'm ready.
Out of the woods.
This one's mine.
Benediction light.
Field!
Benediction light.
Mega Ray! Back into the fray! Now you've gone and ticked me off! On guard! I don't have much left. Let us take to the front. Dragon Swarm! Hurricane Foot! Mega Ray!
I'll face you.
Annihilate! Mega Ray!
Eagle Ray.
Hurricane Foot!
Benediction light.
Going in! Here, Radiant!
Now or never.
Hurricane Foot!
Dragon Swarm!
Going in! Radiant Blast!
I'm ready!
Reload! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Fighting in this state isn't advisable.
Aren't you?
I see one, eh?
Mega Ray! Fall back! I'll hold him off! Way!
Engaging!
Demon Blast! Hurricane Strike! I'm done. I won't fight just for the sake of it. Finally, some open space again. Looks perfect.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. Let's see what you've got.
Try this!
I can handle it!
Explosive ring! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready! Report! Mission!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Got you!
Dragon Swarm! It's too fast!
Stand back.
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine! Look sharp! Gravitas Field! Hurricane Strike! Mega Ray! Lightning!
Seismic Rupture! Explosive ring!
Do it!
You managed to pull through.
Out of our way!
Dragon Swarm! I see one, eh? Go for it!
Going in!
Explosive ring!
This one's mine! Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike! Going in!
It's almost strong.
Split it up!
Be my guest.
Fire!
Destruction! Right now!
Hurricane I'm ready! This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
All yours, Kisara!
On your knees! Make it rain! Hook shot!
Seems about right to me.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe she just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Let's see what you've got. Light.
Dragon Swarm! Explosive ring! Dragon Swarm! Its armor's too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
Flaming meteor!
Elusive deity!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Swarm!
Elusive deity!
Plenty left!
Rotating pile driver!
Healing circle!
Dragon Swarm!
Captivity!
Try this!
Mega ray!
I'm in your debt.
Explosive ring!
Well then, let's keep moving.
That's far enough!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp! Radiant blood!
Elusive
Going in!
deity!
Destruction!
I'll shoot them out of the sky!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane strike!
Eagle can't get out of this! Exploit the enemy's weakness!
Eat dirt!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Denied! Look sharp! Mega ray!
Now you see what I can do!
Watch and weep! Annihilation! Crescent moon!
Dance on the wind!
Tiger blade! Radiant hurricane strike!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Resonate with the earth!
Dragon Swarm!
Reload! Hurricane strike! I'll heal you all!
Bending you apart!
This one's mine!
Bloody howling!
Healing crescent moon!
This
I
one's all
owe you one
mine!
for that!
Wide open!
Won't escape me!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane strike! Look sharp!
No art for being interrupted!
Flaming meteor!
I'll grind
I'm
you
out
to
of
the
ammo!
dust!
I'm all stumped up!
Explosive ring!
Green bathed in blood! Rending you apart! Bloody howling!
Dragon Swarm!
Really tough field! On guard! Ready!
Everlasting dark! Negative gate!
I can handle it! Going in! Glacier field! Here's let the marksman handle this!
Dragon Swarm!
Here goes! Hurricane strike! Here I go!
Prepare to be seen!
I'm only getting started! Plenty left! Here!
It's on!
Hurricane strike!
Burn!
Let me help!
Dragon Swarm!
Not on my watch!
I'll smash you!
Eagle ray! Lunar corruption! Hurricane strike! Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact clock!
We're still standing. Barely.
An opponent like this should be easy. You got Dragon Swarm! Try this!
Annihilation!
Explosive ring! Dragon Swarm! Explosive ring! Destruction! Dragon Swarm!
Another incantation ruin!
Mission! Try this! Explosive ring!
Resonate with
We're
the
not
earth!
Dragon Swarm! Totally! In an instant! Impact clock!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go. rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
What's this thing?
No choice.
Let them
I see what
On guard!
Dragon
Hurricane Foot!
Try this!
Look out!
Dragon Swarm!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Appreciate the help!
Dragon Swarm!
Here goes! Captivity! Hurricane Foot! Go in! Make it break! Here's a healing arm!
Try this!
First aid!
I owe you one.
I'll thank you! Shield and I'm ready! Radiant here! Time to shine!
Seems about right to me.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Ring left! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
We seem to have come across something a little unusual. This one will be difficult to predict.
Bring him down! Try this! Explosive ring! Fire support!
Switch to
Dragon swarm!
Flaming meteor!
Explosive ring!
Hurricane
Legion smelling to me.
Yeah, and the puddle is to me.
Abort! Mission!
On guard!
Can you take it?
Dragon swarm!
Now suspended!
Everlasting darkness.
Negative gate! Scream.
Hurricane strike!
Rending you all bloody howling.
Annihilation! This one's mine!
Dragon swarm!
This one's mine! Here!
Dance on the wind!
This one's mine!
Scream.
First aid!
And blood.
Rending you
Dragon
bloody
swarm!
howling.
Look sharp! Hurricane strike! Look sharp! Here it goes! You're mine!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something. I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mien's. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesbold! Enjoy your meal!
Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me.
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Soaring glass! I can carve through armor!
I never miss!
Can't get out of this! Dragon Swarm!
Far enough! Lunar blast! Hurricane Strike!
Debut performance!
Look shot! Spirit Flame! Reload!
Dragon Swarm!
How about this? Right! Flaming Meteor!
I owe you one.
Here I go! I'm only getting started!
It's on!
By the
Hurricane Strike! Here! Hurricane Strike! Soaring Blast! Here!
Hurricane
Fury
Strike!
Gale!
Freeze Lancer!
Benediction Light.
Ready!
Have some
Go here!
I owe you one.
Shattering Earth! Attack time!
Switch target!
you take it?
Hurricane Thrust! Hurricane Thrust!
Kick on! In here! Stand apart!
You require Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike!
Hurricane
In the
Thrust!
sky, it's mine!
Illusion deity!
Hurricane Thrust! Dragon
Piercing
Swarm!
roar! Right!
Hurricane Thrust!
Crescent Moon!
Elusive deity! Take it away!
Searing Gale! Dragon Swarm!
Then to me, the everlasting dawn!
I'll heal you all!
Hurricane Thrust!
Take this!
Hurricane Thrust!
Far enough!
I never miss!
Eat dirt!
Stay away!
Hurricane Thrust!
Look sharp!
Hurricane Thrust!
Back to the fray! Annihilation!
Hurricane Thrust!
Hurricane Strike!
Hurricane Thrust! No! It can't end here!
Forgive me.
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike!
Heal!
Thanks!
Hurricane Strike! I'm all guard!
Hurricane Thrust!
By the power of water! Hurricane
Hurricane Thrust! Searing Gale!
Plenty left!
Right!
Time to stop!
Resonate with the...
The last one! Here's a healing
On
arm!
your knees!
First aid! Going in!
Turn!
Air pressure! There! One more!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
Hurricane Thrust!
Where are you going?
This one's far enough!
Can't end here!
Fine? No!
Radiant
Don't leave me all alone here.
I'll bring you back from Texas. Hurricane Strike!
This one's mine!
Here's a healing arm! Crescent Moon!
Dragon
Tiger
Swarm!
Blade! On guard!
No! Can't end here!
I'll bring you back from
This
Texas.
one's mine!
Resuscitation! Slice!
Listen to it! Dragon
Here's
Swarm!
a healing arm!
Brimming with hatred.
Hurricane
Going
Thrust!
in here! I'm out of ammo!
Hurricane Thrust!
Hurricane Strike! Just
You pay for that!
I'll bring you back from Texas.
No! Can't end here! Hurricane Thrust! Hurricane Thrust! This should do it!
Where are you going?
Hurricane Thrust!
Elusive deity!
I'll heal you all! Crescent healing! I was overconfident.
Free you of your power. Dispel! I owe you one.
Then for
Hurricane
me,
Thrust! Hurricane Thrust!
resuscitation!
Hurricane No further! Hurricane Thrust! Eat dirt! Hurricane Thrust!
From beyond, imbue this vengeance for me!
Hurricane Thrust!
Imbue this vengeance soul with life!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon
Lunar
Swarm!
blast! Back into the fray!
Hurricane Thrust!
Benediction light!
Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
Hurricane Thrust!
Flaming meteor!
Dragon Swarm!
Watch and
Right! This one deity! Dance for me! This one's mine!
Hurricane
Raising you apart!
Hurricane
Nothing but try and run!
Over? I couldn't make it in time.
I'll bring you back from death. Think again!
Not done yet!
Mine! Resuscitation! Here's a healing art! I can't heal you forever!
This should do it!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Dance for me!
Resuscitation!
Hurricane thrust! Tear! Hurricane thrust! Tear!
Be gone!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Do it, fools!
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Dragon swarm!
Look sharp!
They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on it! And take out the monster first!
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah! Take it away!
Their arts were interrupted! Come on! You have to hold on! Try doing it! I want to feel your hand.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Well, with only one last place to look.
There she is! Almadria!
Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me.
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Hurricane thrust!
I never miss!
Hurricane thrust!
I'm gone.
Hurricane thrust!
Here's the evil! Hurricane
Not today!
Resonate with the
Hurricane thrust! Tear! Hurricane thrust! Tear!
I'm hurricane strike!
Hurricane thrust! Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Tiger blade.
Hurricane thrust!
What foolishness.
Hurricane strike! Lunar corruption!
Hurricane thrust!
Everlasting darkness.
Dragon
Negative
swarm!
gate. Piercing roar.
Radiant
Hurricane
strike!
This one's mine.
Hurricane thrust!
I'm out! Hurricane strike!
Right.
Tear! Hurricane thrust! Tear! Dragon swarm!
This one's mine.
Dragon
This
swarm!
one, I can handle it. Far enough.
It's
This
on!
one's mine!
Ignite!
Hurricane strike.
Dragon swarm!
No, you're shield and face.
Gemini Ultra!
Hurricane thrust!
No further!
Dragon swarm!
Heal.
Hurricane thrust! Tear! Dragon
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
Hurricane thrust! Hurricane thrust! Hurricane thrust! It's on! Hurricane thrust! Eat dirt! Hurricane thrust!
Dance on the wind.
Power up water!
Hurricane! I can carve through armor!
Catapult!
Hurricane thrust! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Dragon swarm!
Here's a healing
I couldn't make it in
Can't get here! Dragon swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Here, let me help!
On your knees!
Train harder!
Wretched fool!
Switch the
Hurricane thrust! Hurricane thrust!
Hurricane flight! Leave the charge to them! Denied!
Burn!
Their arcs were interrupted!
Dragon swarm!
I'll fix you on guard! Look sharp!
Can you take it?
Hurricane thrust!
Just try and Hurricane flight!
Hurricane thrust! Stay away from my friend!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
Fool!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
Dance for me!
Resuscitation! Here's a healing arm! First aid!
There!
I'll bring you back from
Hurricane
Death's
thrust! Tear!
Abyss! If it's in
Hurricane
the sky,
thrust!
it's mine!
Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Dragon swarm!
This one's mine! Going in! I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
This one's mine!
They're attacking separately!
Can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her! And take out the monster first!
Dragon swarm!
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah! Take it away! Negative gate!
First aid!
I owe you one!
Radiant light! Spirit flame!
Hurricane thrust!
Hurricane thrust!
Dragon pistol!
I'm grateful.
Hurricane
Dragon swarm!
Nothing gets by me!
Forgive me.
Good my doing! Dragon swarm!
You require a
Denied!
In a bind?
This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Let me at him!
Dragon swarm!
Can't move!
I owe you one for that!
bad.
Wits about you people!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
I owe you
This help?
Here goes! Hurricane strike! The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall! Impending calamity!
Hurricane swarm!
Chaotic disaster! Flaming meteor!
So that's the up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, you're mine! Hurricane
Dragon swarm!
I owe you one back. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher! Ground and pound!
Dragon
Now you see what I can do! Target blade! Hurricane try and run!
I'll heal you
This
all!
one's mine!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
You up!
Listen to it!
Appreciate the help!
Dragon swarm!
This one's
Is this it?
You have
No further!
Crescent move! Tiger blade! Hurricane strike!
Knocked on you!
Soaring blast! Hurricane strike!
Dragon swarm! blood. Rending you apart. Bloody hell! Burn it! Being interrupted.
This one will suffer!
Armor won't save it! Dragon form!
Her master core! Not while I'm around, she isn't!
Hurricane thrust!
This one's mine!
Goodwill!
Appreciate the help! The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity! Flaming meteor! Chaotic disaster!
No further!
Look sharp!
You picked the wrong fight!
Lunar
Dragon form!
Plenty left!
Dragon form! That should do it! Dragon swarm!
Healing art! Going in!
Anything in armor is all mine!
You pay for that! Hurricane thrust! Hurricane thrust!
Bathed in blood. Rending you apart.
Hurricane thrust!
I'll bring you
Dragon swarm! Goodwill!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity!
Rotating fire!
Chaotic disaster! Here's evil!
Choose the turn!
I'll end you!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in, and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more. Stop right there! Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Gianna!
Alvin!
Sion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Leori. No!
Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! It's on! Eat dirt! Dragon Swarm! Destruction! Dragon Swarm! Wind! I could do without this pain. Is this it? Destruction! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! Destruction! Dragon Swarm! Wind! Destruction! 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 Dragon Swarm! Destruction! Dragon Swarm! This should do it! Dragon Swarm! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Destruction! Dragon Swarm!
Alvin?
Rinwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle? Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danins, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danin defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? Do you sense what
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegus. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean
You staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegus, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin Sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their Sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the Sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term Sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh? Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That... sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look! sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the paint's...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Dougal policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Are those arms even natural?
Going in. Destruction! Inferno punch!
Its armor's too strong.
Never split it open!
Be my
Take
guest.
this!
Dragon Swarm! It's on!
Glimmer Dragon!
You've been steady to me.
Yeah! To me!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
Eagle Assault! I'm on a roll now!
Make it rain!
Air pressure! Resonate with the earth!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine! Negative death! On your
Destruction! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine!
Going in!
I'll tear you apart! Super Swarm!
Dragon Swarm! Thanks!
Talon Storm!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll thank you!
This one's mine!
Tornado drop! I'm ready!
Flaming Meteor! Yodeling!
All yours, Kisara!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
Okay.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
You see this coming? Glacial
How
fire!
about this? Soaring light spear!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
I'm ready to go.
Hold nothing back!
Eat this! I'll stop it, Swarm!
Thanks, Kisara.
Glacial fire!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp! I'll finish you here again!
Destruction! Dragon Swarm!
Blood, rending you apart! Bloody howling! I'm ready! Look sharp! Swallow dead! Lost my focus! Heal! Nothing gets by me! I'm on it! Hurricane!
Dragon Swarm!
Eagle fly! Hurricane flight! Look sharp!
Hurricane Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
Far enough! Heal!
I owe you one! Dragon! Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity! I'm gone! Elusive deity!
All yours, Kisara!
Benediction light.
Hurricane Thrust! Hurricane Thrust!
Inspiration! I could do this all day! Hurricane
Dragon Swarm!
I'll face you! Look sharp! Elusive deity! Do it! First strike! Yohalim!
All yours, Kisara!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
you go!
Flaming meteor!
Dragon eat dirt!
Don't suffer in silence.
Dragon swarm!
Hurricane! I'll take out the leg with my shield.
Negative gate!
I can do this all day. Blaze up higher! Fateful arrow!
Charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Hurricane thrust!
Dragon shout!
Dragon swarm!
Hurricane thrust! Leave the target to me!
Hurricane
No
thrust!
further!
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade! Demon round and
Dragon swarm!
Eagle ray!
I'm ready!
Assist Johalim!
All yours, Kisara!
I feel sprightlier than before.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to
Coming through!
Dragon swarm!
I'm gone! Swallow dead!
Dragon swarm!
Hurricane!
This one's on this!
Crescent
Dragon!
simian pests?
I shall feel you where you stand!
Eat dirt!
Elusive
Dragon
deity!
swarm!
Talon Hurricane! This one's mine!
Stalagmite!
I'll finish you here and
Dragon
Leave the
swarm!
ensnaring to me!
Deny! And the
Dragon
pummeling to me!
swarm! Air pressure!
Johalim!
All yours, Kisara! Benediction light!
Storm!
Dragon
Freaking
swarm!
does it! Going in! Dragon shout! Burn! Hurricane
Destruction!
strike!
First strike! Crush!
Look, make it rain! Ringwell!
Frozen?
Hammer!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Looks like we made it here in one piece. Done. This is sure to...